Hola, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Victors with Victor, and my continued appreciation for every support, comment, like, subscription, everything. Even for those who are watching secretly and are not subscribed, would really appreciate because you're giving out watch hours. But I also hope that our videos are of benefit to you and inspiration as well. That was the goal of Victors with Victor. And today on this episode I want to talk about my experience in Peru, what to expect and how much I really spent. So Peru is a country in South America that's home to a section of Amazon rainforest and Machu Picchu, an ancient Incan city high in the Andes Mountains. The region around Machu Picchu, including the Sacred Valley, Inca Trail, and the colonial city of Cusco. So I got an opportunity to actually be in Machu Picchu, the Sacred Valley, where I stayed for about a week and a few days. And the experience was powerful. If you haven't watched the videos of my experience in Peru, I had you to go down and watch the videos and also experience that out of work, and also I went there to work as well. But I just wanted to take you through the process of traveling to Peru and what to experience, what to expect, the amount you spend. So first and foremost, if you are in Kenya and the East African region, the first thing you need to know that the Peruvian embassy is not anywhere around the region. Noted? So it's in Egypt. The Peruvian embassy is in Egypt. I was privileged to be in Peru with the grandson of the president of Peru in 1985. Francisco Morales Bermudez happens to be the name of that president. You can Google and see. So I got to stay with him. Shout out to Francisco. But so I sent my documents directly to the Peruvian embassy in Egypt. I was to travel to Peru last year. I wasn't able to because my visa came back late, and so we lost that flight. I'm going to talk about the flights. This is interesting. So I had sent my passport to Egypt using DHL, which took longer than I expected last year, and we had booked the flights. I'll tell you how much the flight costed, which is ridiculously expensive. Yeah, so it came back late. I'd sent it a month prior to my travel, so you can imagine. And it came back late, so we had missed the flight. Stupidly, something told us to cancel the flight. But then last year the flight was being paid by Synergy, the Salim and Guru, and so we lost that money. You're probably wondering how much it was. This year, the visa came back last year, but my flight had left already, so it came back 2 days after my flight had left. And so I didn't get to travel last year, but then this year we were determined because last year we had so many companies that were waiting for me to come and do workshops. We really wanted to go do this work and talk about our work in South America. So it didn't happen, but we were determined this year that I would go. So then this year, I took it upon myself to travel to South America, Peru. And so I booked for my flight 3 months before my travel, thinking that this would be cheap. To my surprise, guess how much? Keep following the story. So now, luckily enough, my visa was still valid. It's supposed to be valid until August. So I thought to myself, because I booked the flight, knowing that my visa is still valid, I'll travel in June, come back in July. My visa will still be within the period that it's still valid. And so after booking the flights 3 months prior, I just thought to myself, let me just write to the Peruvian embassy and ask them. And what they said is, you need to take another visa. Your visa is valid for 6 months. And I was like, okay, good. Because now I'm not gonna, so this is 2 months before my travel. So then work on the documentation, send everything. So with the Peruvian visa, it's about $30 to $40. Do the math. This is where now you need your calculator if you're traveling to South America. $30 to $40, and then you send it via bank. You do not send the $30 to $40, because if you send it, there is an intermediary bank that receives this money from whichever bank you send it from, and then gives it to the Peruvian embassy. So the Peruvian embassy needs to receive the exact amount that you're told. So that means, last year actually what happened, I'd sent $30 to $40, and then got there $20, and then they told me to resend again. They do not tell you the transaction fee. So then I had to figure it out for myself. I sent more, so I sent another $60. And that I think is what delayed the process last year. And then when you send that, you send your documents to Egypt with that receipt, your passport, bank statement and everything, accommodation details and everything, with the DHL, which takes 5 to 7 days to get to Cairo. Reason? I don't know. Contact DHL. When the documents get to Egypt, they send them to the Peruvian embassy. The Peruvian embassy takes its number of days to work on the documentation, and then you have to coordinate with DHL and the Peruvian embassy to tell DHL to tell DHL when your documents are ready at the Peruvian embassy, and then they can go and collect it and bring it. So when it's ready, when the Peruvian embassy tells you it's ready, that means the visa is ready but needs to be packed. So the packing takes a number of days, which I don't know why. You can contact the Peruvian embassy and ask them. But this is just to, help if you're traveling, so that you don't go through the frustration I went through. So it took about a month or two for my passport to arrive here. My passport got here 2 days before my flight. Remember, I'd sent 2 months before my travel. So it got here 2 days before my flight left, and it was quite frustrating because, remember, I'd booked my flight 3 months before my travel. When you do that, in most cases, you think you get cheaper price in Europe. The flight, guess how much it was? You can Google. $2,700 and something US dollars. Round trip. Yes, fine, thank you. So now you already know. DHL sending your documents to Cairo costs about 10 to 12,000 Kenyan shillings one way, and then it's cheaper if you do it with them coming back, about 8 to 10,000 Kenyan shillings to bring back the documents. Your Peruvian visa will cost you about $60. The flight will cost you, regardless of when you book it. There's no cheaper flights to South America. There's no flight below $2,000 to South America. That, keep it in your head. If you get anything below 2,000, could be 1,800, but you're booking like 6 months before your travel. Who wants to do that? Yeah, and so then I left. I don't know what's happening at JKIA right now, but I missed my flight. Hallelujah. So I think all the airlines are probably, that's the sense of what I got. If you know what's going on and you've traveled recently, you can let me know. But a lot of people are traveling. I don't know if there are a lot of layovers in Nairobi and people are getting stuck in Nairobi, but a lot of people traveling. So if you're going to the airport, they tell you to be there 2 hours before your flight leaves. I'm telling you to be there 4 hours before your flight departure. You probably think I'm crazy. But now I got there 2 hours before 2.5 hours before my departure, and there was long queue, crazy long queue. By the time I got to the line, 1 hour was left and my flight was full. Check in online if you can. My flight was full. I'm one of the people who don't like checking in online, but now I have to get into the practice. So then they told me, sir, you're late. The flight is full, sorry, there's nothing we can do. Remember, $2,700 plus. I looked at the lady and I was like, huh? But guess what happened? So I managed to get another flight, which was waived because they really understood the situation. So I paid a kidogo fee just for, I can't remember what it was for, maybe in facilitation. I was to travel KLM, so I happened to go KQ. So KLM was to go through Amsterdam. My flight was supposed to take 2 days to get to Lima, which was my final destination. So listen, I was very fortunate to get KQ because KQ now was going through France and then to Lima. My layover in Amsterdam with KLM was supposed to be 14 hours. The flight from here to Amsterdam took about 8 hours, 14 hours in the airport of... before I've spent more than that. I've spent 24 hours in Doha. Yeah, but I was excited to travel that time because it was my first early days of traveling. But who want to stay at the airport for even 8 hours? It's crazy. 3 to 4 hours for me makes sense. So if you're looking for a flight, don't just be excited. Look at the layovers that you have and how many hours you're going to spend at the airport, because it's beautiful. The first few hours you can walk around, you can buy stuff, you can see beautiful things, you can walk around if you like looking at people and just making people. You can do that, but you can do it for more than 8 hours. It's crazy. Yeah, so then my flight to Paris, the layover was only 3 hours. I was so happy. When KQ left, it left an hour late, and so I got to Paris and it was like 2 hours left, and it was direct because I wasn't leaving the airport, so I was connecting the same airport. And so in 2 hours, got ready. Flight to Lima takes about, 12 hours? 12 to 14 hours? Between 12 to 14, 16 hours, I can't remember. Yeah, but just so you can be ready, it's a long flight. Yeah, so I go to Peru. Peru is a beautiful place, like I said, Machu Picchu, the landscape, the ocean, Pacific Ocean. I had an experience at the Pacific Ocean. I met beautiful people, beautiful love, like there are men and women. I don't know if it happened in COVID, they hug you and they kiss you, hug you and kiss you, So that's one of the things I like about Peruvian people. They're very open, they welcome people. I was one among no black people in Lima. It was taking me days to see black people in Lima. So I was getting the attention, it was beautiful. My host was a professional host. I got a lot of experiences. I got to work with young people at the D1 company, which is a partner organization with my organization, Inuka and Synergy Rising. And then we spent a couple of days in Lima doing different things. If you haven't watched the videos are down there. Please go down and watch my experience in Peru. And then we left for, what do I want to talk about? My experience in Lima. Yeah, it was beautiful, a lot of beautiful things I can't really recap, but one of the things I think was the welcoming and the love that I was receiving, and the VIP treatment, and the food was just, I think Peruvian food is just powerful, poderoso, mucho poderoso, requete poderoso. were very powerful. And yeah, I also got to do a lot of wellness studies, Thai massage, yoga with Francisco Bermudez Morales and Synergy Rising. But then after that, we traveled to Cusco. Cusco is about 1 to 2 hour flight from Lima, and this is where you have the Machu Picchu Secret Valley, and I lived at the Secret Valley, man. First day we got there, we were living at Unuwasi. Shout out to Unuwasi for giving us a discount courtesy of Victor's with Victor. So we're gonna drop the Unuwasi experience video down here, so make sure you hit the notification button to see when we post videos. Yeah, but my experience there was amazing. I was there during the national holiday, which was really beautiful. I saw people dancing, I saw people in their Peruvian colorful dresses and clothes. It was just powerful, guys. It was an experience that, oh, we went up the hill, and I went and took a cold bath at the glacier or the waterfall, if you like, and I experienced so many things. Yeah, we went to Synergy Rising is buying a property. The organization is buying a property for the staff in Peru. So if you want to experience this, also go follow and subscribe to Synergy Yoga Wellness. And also follow them, synergy.yoga on Instagram, and you'll know when we have trips. Usually we take people to Peru, Mexico, and here in Lamu for a Synergy experience, Synergy journey experience, where we do wellness, and also you just get to experience the culture and get to know people and feel appreciated. You can sign up for that at synergy.yoga or contact me directly and I'll give you the details. Yeah, but then very powerful. I met very powerful people, very loving people. Again, even in Cusco, I was one amongst the no black people in that country. So I was getting all the attention, you know. And Peruvian people, not all of them, but most of them are short. So with my 5.9 height, I was getting a lot of attention. Yeah, that was really beautiful. But yeah, basically I think that's what I wanted to share. If you find this video helpful or educative to you, drop a comment on the comment section. Sawa sawa. Until I see you again, have a good day. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you. Your subscription is so helpful to us. Asanteni sana. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Right. Until we see you again on Victors with Victors, peace.